Williams under pressure. That is a big man chasing him. And Williams unable to get away from Sebastian Joseph Day.
First down and 10. Play action. Williams was looking deep. Lost the football. Knocked away by Latu. And there's a fight for it. The Colts have it. Williams. Pressure again and 9 sacks. No one touched him. And down goes Williams.
Look at all the defenders up by the line of scrimmage. Williams is hit, and the ball is out. Picked up by Cashman. Knocked down at the 39.
Lord, it was supposed to be like this, I swear.
Wow, talk about taking a beating, Caleb Williams. That man got sacked 68 times in 17 games last season. Ouch. This is Sports Guy talking that you guys are watching and listening to. I am Dustin Tran, your host, as I am here today to talk about how Caleb Williams is under massive pressure to save the Bears. With Ben Johnson being hired as the new Bears head coach, there are now expectations for Caleb Williams to improve in 2025 compared to how he performed in 2024. Of course, the Bears are tasked with being in the NFL's toughest division at the current moment. Before I say anything else though, I want to present you guys with a topic question. So here it is. Do you believe Caleb Williams will end up becoming an elite quarterback? No, I don't. I don't see it happening whatsoever. Caleb Williams is not that good of a quarterback. I know some people are going to get offended with what I am saying, but Caleb Williams has been overhyped since day one. I've said this since his time at USC. I've always said Caleb Williams has been massively overrated by his fanboys in the mainstream media. Caleb Williams is only a number 1 overall pick because of the generational hype he was receiving. There was a reason why I had Caleb Williams as my quarterback 5 in my draft board last season. That's right, you guys heard me correctly. I had Drake May, JJ McCarthy, Jayden Daniels, and Bo Nix all ahead of Caleb Williams in my draft board. I knew Caleb Williams was going to go first overall, but I also knew Caleb Williams would be a massive reach with the number 1 overall pick. And the reason why I say that is because it was pretty apparent that Caleb Williams' style did not transition to the NFL level. Caleb Williams holds onto the football entirely too long and makes too many mistakes with the football in his hands. And I'm not necessarily talking about throwing interceptions. Caleb Williams, to his credit, avoids throwing interceptions. In fact, he might actually be too good at avoiding interceptions. You know the real reason why Caleb Williams doesn't throw that many interceptions in general? It is because Caleb Williams holds onto the football too long, and he either throws the ball away or he ends up taking a sack after holding the ball for 6 to 7 seconds. A lot of people are blaming the offensive line for the Chicago Bears causing all those sacks for Caleb Williams, but some of those sacks were because Caleb Williams held onto the football entirely too long. In the NFL, if you got a clean pocket for 3 seconds, that's more than enough time to throw the football. Caleb Williams was taking sacks where he had 5-6 seconds to just plant his foot, drop back, and go through his reads. That's a major issue at the NFL level. Now, can Ben Johnson clean that up to an extent? Absolutely. Did Ben Johnson absolutely elevate Jared Goff's game? Absolutely. But do I think Ben Johnson can save Caleb Williams from becoming a draft bust? No, I don't. I don't see that happening whatsoever. Caleb Williams does have a habit for making big plays, both good and bad. There are some things to like about Caleb Williams' game. Do I think he can end up being a better quarterback than Bryce Young at the NFL level? Probably. But do I think Caleb Williams will actually live up to the hype that he was billed as? Absolutely not. I don't see Caleb Williams becoming a generational talent. Could I see Caleb Williams becoming a top 20 quarterback in the NFL? Perhaps, but that's best case scenario. I don't see Caleb Williams becoming this amazing quarterback where he is going to save the Bears on his back. He holds onto the football too long and he takes too many sacks. He's also a poor leader as well. His body language is not what you want to see out of a young quarterback as well. I also want to show you guys this clip of Colin Cowherd foolishly having optimism in Caleb Williams' game. He still believes Caleb Williams will end up being an elite quarterback in the NFL. Roll the film.
Nobody disputes his talent. Arm, athleticism, escapability, and toughness. I have a general manager in my kind of source group who's a critic of Caleb Williams. Doesn't know what the outcome's going to be. He acknowledges Tough, big, explosive arm, and insanely evasive. Nobody disputes that. What it really comes down to, Caleb Williams, is coachability. Creative, strong, those are traits. We know that's great. But all of the things he struggles with are improvable, are coachable. He holds on to the ball too long. You can coach your way out of that. He misses layups, easy stuff. You can coach your way out of that. Sometimes I think he plays a little hero ball from time to time. You can coach your way out of that. You can't get bigger and stronger and faster. That's not going to work. So all of his traits are correctable and coachable.
Elite? Is Colin Cowherd on drugs? He truly believes Caleb Williams still has what it takes to be a superstar quarterback in the National Football League? Of course, man. Colin Cowherd was a huge Caleb Williams fanboy heading into the draft, and Caleb Williams certainly struggled in his rookie season. Even so, Colin Cowherd is still believing Caleb Williams will end up being a productive starter at the NFL level. I don't see that happening whatsoever. It's not me overreacting to how Caleb Williams performed in this rookie season. I was the one that told y'all the Chicago Bears were going to finish in last place in the NFC North division before the season started. So it's not me overreacting to how Caleb Williams performed as a rookie. I expected Caleb Williams to perform to that level as a rookie quarterback in the National Football League. Obviously, Caleb Williams did not fix the issue of getting rid of the football quicker at the professional level. Caleb Williams is still holding on to the ball too long. He's uncoachable. He's not a good leader or man whatsoever. He also paints his fingernails as a hobby. Caleb Williams painting his fingernails is a bad look when you are playing the quarterback position. Now, if you're a wide receiver and you paint your fingernails, I mean, look, I'm not going to like it whatsoever, but I'm going to look at you less weird than if you were an NFL quarterback and you painted fingernails. When you play the quarterback position, that is a position of leadership. Do I want my leaders to be feminine as men, or do I want my leaders to be masculine as men in terms of personality traits? I'm not talking about the physical traits. I know Caleb Williams is physically tough. I'm talking about mentally. Caleb Williams is not mentally tough from that standpoint. Caleb Williams has a very feminine-like mindset. Can you win in the NFL with a feminine-like mindset at the quarterback position? I don't think so. I haven't seen Caleb Williams change his behavior whatsoever. He has still continued to act like a feminine man throughout the course of this offseason. It's not going to get any better for the Chicago Bears. Best case scenario, I see the Chicago Bears going 7-10, but more than likely, I see them going something along the lines of 4-13, 5-12. I know that they have weapons, but it takes more than weapons in order to win football games. I don't really see Caleb Williams as this generational talent. I don't understand why all these people keep talking about, oh, Caleb Williams is such a good quarterback. I haven't seen it in Caleb Williams' game whatsoever. He's not going to get significantly better in year two. Expect him to get sacked a ton as well. I know they acquired 2 new offensive guards, but I still believe that the sacks are a quarterback issue, not necessarily an offensive line issue. At the end of the day, sacks are a quarterback stat, and Caleb Williams is going to continue being sacked, which is going to harm his football team. That's why the Chicago Bears are going to finish in last place again. They're going to be worse than the Packers. They're going to be worse than the Vikings. They're going to be worse than the Lions. They are pretty much going to be the laughing stock of the NFC North division, and the Chicago Bears are not going to go anywhere close into making the NFL playoffs. Therefore, I do not see Caleb Williams becoming an elite quarterback anytime soon. He's certainly not going to be an elite quarterback by the end of the 2025 season. I just don't see that happening. So that is why Caleb Williams will not end up becoming an elite quarterback, as Caleb Williams has been massively overhyped since day one. Remember, go ahead and subscribe to Sports Guy Talking. Like the video and please comment down below. If you guys do that, I may shout you guys out in my Instagram story every Monday. That will be for the @DustinNashTran Instagram account. Make sure to follow me on Instagram @DustinNashTran, and that's Sports Guy Talking. Also, go follow me on Twitter @DustinNashTran. Again, go ahead and do those things that I just told you guys to go do. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the content that was just produced. Peace out. I hope you enjoyed that video. Want more Sports Guy Talking, the home of great sports content? Make sure you click that subscribe button to get the latest from Sports Guy Talking. Go ahead and like the video, comment down below, check the description box on the video in order to follow my Instagram and Twitter. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from the YouTube channel, Sports Guy Talking.